Hey gamers, today we're going to talk about 5 games from my collection that I really wish had a reprint so that all of you out there could enjoy them. These aren't in any order, I'm just giving them out just as I looked at my list from last year. So anyway, so I guess they are ranked from, my least favorite to my favorite. Not least favorite, I still love it. Anyway, let's start with the first one. It's Hollywood, the card game. This is a fantastic game where you're playing cards, trying to get an actor, actress, good script, a good director, and then playing all these green cards that add either money or Oscar bait symbol cards on there, which can give you some in-game points. It's such a fun game. I think this came on Kickstarter once and then never came out again. And I really wish they'd, restart it or reprint it. This time with the ability to make blockbuster movies, like $100 million movies and stuff, and still have that Oscar-winning, low-budget one that can win you some big points in the end. I think a reprint of this would do it well, and I think a lot of people would be interested in it because of the theme. The next one is Diamonds Club. I just recently, as of filming this video, played Diamonds Club again. I love this little game. It's so unique and it's so much fun, and yet no one has ever heard of it, yet much less played it because it's super hard to come by. And I think this is another game that I don't know if it needs any tweaks, because as I was looking, I was like, you know what, I like it. The simplicity of, how it's a little bit of, you're placing your money in these areas, try not to place next to someone or you have to spend more money. How much money do you want to spend? How do you want to win the game? I love that there's several paths to victory. You can just build all trees, which is the easiest thing to do, and ramp up the value of each tree to win. Or what I like to do, I like to get the I don't know what they're called, conservatories, the aviary, the deer's place, and the pond, because that can give you some good match. If you get like match of those, that's 10 victory points right there, and I can fill up my entire board there and kill everyone. Or just go the regular way by getting different structures and getting those bonus cards, which can add up and give you points too. I love this game. Unfortunately, it's out of print and has been for a while and costs a very pretty penny. So I'd like to see it reprinted, if only to lower its cost. And that's for all of these too. The next one, especially Thinka. Someone in my old gaming group, this was her favorite game of mine to play. And I heard it was going to get a reprint several years ago, but I haven't seen it. I don't know what happened to that. Right now, this would be like an $80, $100 game with all the wood bits that come into it. But the little rondelle is such a great system and sort of Macala-ish, meaning you get to move as many spaces as you have people on the board. You get as many items that of that crop as there are people on the board. You're not dropping and placing people, but you are moving that amount and getting that amount of goods wherever you land on. And that you can shuffle up the rondelle with those little petals and make it different every time. This is a fantastic game. Unfortunately, out of print, super expensive, needs a reprint. My next one is Longshot. Now, I do realize that this came out with a reprint, the dice game. I remember, I think his name is Chris Handy, reached out to me right before it was coming out and said, hey, we're actually reprinting this. I got so excited, then realized it was the dice game. I see this for sale secondhand a lot in the market, going for a low price. So I'm going to say it didn't really take off as well as the original would have. If they reprint the original one, make a little better horses and everything, I am all in. I know this is like a $120 game now if they make it, but I am all in on this because I think, and right now with Ready, Set, Bet being the hotness right now, I think people rediscovering the base game of Longshot would be excellent. Once this game went out of print, I bought the last remaining copy on Amazon for like 50 bucks or whatever, and then it was out. You couldn't find it anywhere. So I caught on to it before the price skyrocketed on it. It is a fantastic game, but unfortunately way too expensive unless you want to get the dice game, which I hear is okay. All right, and finally, the last one, I think a lot of people are going to agree with me. St. Petersburg needs a third reprint. It's already gotten a second edition. It needs a third edition now. It's such a great game. My board game is warped a little bit. I don't know how that happened. So I need to lay some boxes on the board to kind of flatten it out. But I would probably be interested in seeing what they would do with the third edition of this. This game is so great. It's such a great game. It keeps climbing up in my top 100 every year. But again, very expensive game because it's out of print. And it's a very popular game too. And I mean, there could be some kind of legalities here that why the game's not getting reprinted, but I think that's a very popular game that would suit the market really well at this time and age. I think there'd be a ton of interest for it. But unfortunately, those are the 5 games in my collection that I wish were reprinted, either for myself or for everyone else to share. But let me know in the comments below, what other games do you wish could be reprinted? And I'll talk to you next time.